This is To the Rescue Authentic Networking. I'm Jennifer Johnson, Executive Director of TTR Networking and a relationship marketing coach. This show is all about the authentic business networking, relationship building, and the success strategies used by our members to grow their businesses and give back to local nonprofits. Be sure to stay up to date. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the bell to get notifications of new episodes, and please visit our website www.ttrnetworking.com. Now, on with the show.
Welcome to the Rescue's Authentic Networking Videocast. I am Nicole Williams, along with my co-hosts, Don Evans Casey and Jennifer Johnson. Jennifer, how's it going?
It's a good day. Actually, we have, I think it's because I keep that blue shirt just looks so good on our guest today. And I know I can't really make it out, but I think I think he said it was a golf club. I thought golf course, right? That was when my internet was doing weird stuff. But we have advisor Tony Wilcox. He's with Connor Insurance, and he is older than he looks. I had to throw that out there. That was the thing we talked about in the pre-show thing, that Tony is really kind of you've been in the insurance industry for a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even though he looks like he's a teenager. Tony Wilcox, we're glad you're here. Thank you so much for making time. And blue's a good color for you. That's what I will say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry. My cat.
What was that, cat?
It's my cat. She just knows when I'm on video and she loves to see what's going on.
I think everybody has that problem on this. I don't have a cat.
They'll be by.
Tony, what we always ask, the first question really is, who are you? We know your name, but tell us who you are, what you do, how has the state of all this COVID pandemic stuff, how's that affected your business? And we'll just give you the floor.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So name's Tony Wilcox. I work at Connor Insurance. We are an independent insurance advisor. What we do is we help out a lot of new home buyers typically, and investors are the two main people, at least in the personal lines division. Connor itself started with benefits for companies as well. So we do everything commercial and personal lines, which is nice that we can help our customers in many ways. And we have license in almost every state. So, we have people who invest in other states, businesses in other states. So we like to think we're kind of a one-stop shop, even though we don't use that word, we kind of are. So, but that's Connor. Me, I went to Ball State, graduated from Ball State, grew up in New Palestine, Indiana for the most part. I golf a lot. Also, met my wife. She's right over there. Obviously, I can't say her name without looking over. Yep. So, and she's actually pregnant right now. So that's obviously exciting. We met at Ball State as well. So, and she also does insurance. So
really?
Once you get in, you can't really get out, it seems like.
It is hard. You're right. So now, do you have one child already, or this is your first? Oh, congratulations. Wow.
Remember, I'm close to 15, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, I shouldn't have brought that up before. Yeah. But I thought you had a child already. Well, congratulations. That's exciting. So
it's fur babies.
Yeah, fur baby. Well, quick question. Does your wife work at Connor as well?
No, she does not. She works for another that strictly does benefits based up in Mishawaka.
Okay, I was going to say a competitor, huh? So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt her, but what's the pandemic done to your business?
Well, I hate to say it, it honestly made it somewhat better. It is what it is. I guess it didn't dip at all. Maybe for the first 2 weeks, because nobody knew what the heck, was going on. At least for personal lines. I know commercial is a little bit different for my commercial guys in the office, but for personal lines, people are looking at their stuff more. It's around their house, they're at their home, and people are still buying homes. And if anything, investors are buying more properties because of just everything going on. And So it's honestly, it's increased a little bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I can't really complain, to be honest.
Well, that's, I think actually for a lot of our, well, I know that, and we all know that because we talk to them every day, but a lot of our business people in our network have done better. It's actually done well. So take it away, Nicole.
Okay, well, Tony, we are so excited you are here, and it's such an honor. And you are in my networking group. We are the Carmel Networking Partners, and we meet Thursday mornings. But with our videocast, we're all about being authentic and showing being genuine and real. And we were wondering what authentic means to you and your business.
So to me, I have thought about this for a little bit. And I think it means a lot of different things. One is being honest, and forthright, and having some compassion. And honestly, kind of like the golden rule a little bit. Because in insurance, there's a lot of people just don't know what they're getting. And so there's ways, agencies and things can do things where, to just make the sale. So in my business, making sure people get what they need to cover their biggest investments in their lives for the most part. And making sure that's covered correctly. That's, I guess, what I think of authentic. I know it's a bit wordy, but I think you combine all those things, and honestly, that's what I think of it. Yeah.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Well, Tony, this is Dawn, and
Hi, Don.
I just met you today, but I feel like I already know you. You have this comfortable conversation going on, and thanks for being here with us today.
Thank you.
I am wondering, as you've shared with us that you do both commercial and personal lines of insurance, and safety and protection has become all that more important during this pandemic. Where and how do you usually connect with your potential clients on both a commercial and personal for those lines of insurance? How do you reach them?
Yeah, so my biggest way of finding clients, I guess, people to at least quote, is mainly through referrals from lenders and realtors and property managers, and sometimes financial advisors as well. So, which makes these groups very great because they all kind of intertwine with each other. And there's always a way to, refer someone to this. Oh, they need this, and then just through word of mouth, but mainly realtors, lenders, property managers, and financial advisors.
Which, yeah. John, did you have a question further? Did you?
Well, I was just going to say, and how, word of mouth, that's still very active, even though folks aren't interacting in person on a large basis anymore.
Yeah, I mean, people are still taught, and then, especially right now, everyone's kind of looking to save a dollar here or there for what they're doing. So, someone, a cousin will look and they'll say, talk to their other cousin. They're like, how are you paying that low? Oh, talk to my guy. He's got a bunch of options. That happens a lot. And just people within the businesses I've mentioned. So like the lenders, maybe the people who help out the lenders, like their processors, they can see what we can do, and they, it kind of just spreads out like a web. At least you hope.
Right. So that's what networking is, right? It's all about,
Yeah.
whether you're doing, but I know, Dawn, I'm sorry, I keep feeling like I'm cutting you off.
No, not at all.
Okay, good. Well, and I know Tony knows this. I was an insurance agent many years ago, but I know one thing I heard you say at the beginning when you were talking about the, I think your whole idea in the authentic, if you do not cover your clients correctly, that could come back to really bite you later, right? So you have to be really good. So I know now here you're involved in our networking groups, and you're actually in 2 of our groups. So how did you find us? Because I honestly don't remember. I was trying to refresh my memory, and I don't remember. I mean, you're in, like say, 2 groups. So, and you've been here for a while. So what's the story? And then
Yeah.
what attracted you about joining? Maybe it was just that they were human beings. I don't know, but take it away.
So yeah, I think I've been in your groups for at least 2 years now. It seems like it's probably longer than 2 years. I think time flies, but
Time flies.
yeah, I think it's really over 2 years at this point. But
Yeah.
I was introduced to it actually through someone who used to work at Connor Insurance, and they're not there anymore, or I
Right.
don't even think they do insurance anymore. But he was leaving, and he mentioned to me, "Hey, you should check out this group." Because I'm not going to be a part of it. Unfortunately, I'm not doing, that type of stuff anymore. And I believe I reached out to you and you're like, well, hey, just go ahead and take a spot. So that's what I did.
Well, that's a good story. I'm glad to hear that. And I didn't even offer to give you any money or anything after the show's over. But I guess there are networking opportunities out there. There are things that are out there. I guess I would just say, was there something in particular that attracted you to it? Or because you can visit a little bit before you have to commit. So was there something?
Mm-hmm. Well, this was back when we would meet for breakfast or lunch or whatever it was we're doing. We haven't done that for a year.
Right.
So it was kind of nice, it was early in the morning on a Thursday, and I got to meet some other like-minded people. That's what initially got me in. Well, I'll be honest. Initially, what got me in is I was told there was a lender and a realtor in the group, and I was like, "All right, I'll check it out."
He's being
And
honest.
then,
He's being honest.
yeah, authentic.
Yes, authentic. I was just gonna throw that. Very good.
Yeah. So no, and then I went to the first meeting, and I liked the people in there, and I liked, kind of having that morning breakfast and kind of, just bouncing ideas off each other. Not that I don't like the Zoom. It is a lot easier to do, it seems like, in person, right? But it's still good, doing it over Zoom and everything, and sometimes easier to participate, I guess.
Yeah, well, it definitely is. I mean, we've had that conversation with a number of our groups and people in our, that it's a lot easier to jump on a phone call than have to drive across the town. But when you get into the call, it's a little more work than it was. It's kind of funny. You can get on easier, but once you get on, then you have to really be engaged. And if you're at at a breakfast or a lunch, you could literally just be sitting there zoning out, and you still probably get referrals because you're there. Here you have to work a little harder to be engaged, and you can have, although technical issues we had earlier, I mean, those things you have to, combat with, where you didn't have to do that when you meet in person. Maybe you'd have a car stall or something. That's a different thing. Tony, the other part of my question is, do you have any stories about, you've been around a little bit with our groups. I mean, I don't know what you're doing on the outside. That's not our business, but here in the groups, do you have any stories that you can share? Or do you have any stories about networking in general? It doesn't have to be. What we want, I think one of our main things is to say, if you're authentic, you're real, your business will grow. But you have to put the work in, and it might be to the rescue networking, or it might be something else. But the people that are on our show, I usually want people to know they put the time in, or they're putting the time in. So do you have any stories that have come out of your networking?
Stories, as far as, I've met a lot of great people. I've met business owners. I've met people from all different walks of life. So it's hard to pinpoint one exactly, I guess. Seen a lot of different things. A lot of different people come in and go. But what I like to see is, the people that kind of stick with it. And that's
Right.
who, is not just there. You can kind of tell sometimes. It's like, do these people want to learn some things, or do they, are they trying to get a quick buck? So I guess the stories is all the great people I've met are just been people, a lot of people I haven't even done any business with, honestly, but I've learned a lot from them. Like Marla, know her.
Yeah.
I used to go to sports clips like every other dude. Now I go to this salon basically and get my hair cut.
I think
But
you've been in there once or twice when I was there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have seen you there before, actually.
Yes.
But it's just funny how you end up that, my friends will ask me, someone moved the area, where you get your hair cut? And I'm like, well, actually,
Yeah.
so it's kind of funny.
Well, they do make you feel pretty special. I would say in that is that probably kind of what not everybody comes to a networking group expecting to get the friendships and the information and the personal development. You're kind of talking about that. I wouldn't be, what am I saying? Not would be. I think you probably can't even measure. You've met Marla. Now, maybe Marla has shared your information with somebody else, and it might not even be in the big picture. You're like, well, you got this referral, but you may not know it even came from that. But the fact that you're dedicated to the group and you've been in it 2 years, I can't imagine you haven't gotten some referrals out of it, but you've also gotten the personal development, the growth, the good people you've met. So I think that's kind of interesting, because a lot of the stories our guests share are usually, well, I got this referral and it turned into this. Well, that's great. That's really what we're all hoping that does happen. But you actually kind of came at it, and you're a young guy. You're 15. I know you're not 15, but you're a young guy. And for you to be sharing that, I think that's kind of wisdom beyond what I would think, we're older than you. So that's pretty awesome. Anyway, I think I asked my question. You definitely answered. You enjoy the people you've met, and usually used to a year ago, we were having breakfast together or we were having lunch together. You've kind of, you've adapted or pivoted, right, guys, ladies?
Pivoted, yep.
Pivoted, yep. Take it away, guys.
Okay. Tony, this is Dawn again. And you mentioned that you've been with TTR at least a couple of years, so even pre-COVID. And I'm sure that you know that an important aspect of TTR networking is our commitment to the community and our support of nonprofit groups. So I'm hoping that you can share with me what nonprofits or community organizations you're involved with, and what types of give back or impact has yourself or your TTR networking group had on your local community.
Absolutely. So Connor is actually a great company to even bring in a part of this question. We insure a lot of nonprofits, and two of them are ones I liked or supported, sorry, I guess, way before I even worked at Connor. And one of them is Wheeler Mission, and the other one is the Humane Society. So we do stuff even as Connor to support both of those. So during, like I said, it's all weird because of COVID now, but for instance, we used to do events at the track for the Humane Society, and you can walk your dog around, and there's cool stuff, to donate and that sort of thing. All my animals are from the Humane Society, so that as well. And with the shelter, we'll do of course we donate a lot of stuff, and then we also donate our time, which can be even more than the stuff that you bring. But that's one of my favorite ones is at Thanksgiving and Christmas, and going and helping out with some of your team members from work. It's a good time.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And at Wheeler Mission, what types of projects or contributions?
Yeah, we would help out with the Thanksgiving meals, serving and making those. Yep. And then donating clothes and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for all that you do.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't realize that Connor was, is that one of their niches with the nonprofits? Is that?
Yeah, well, yes. Yeah, I'd say it is. But there's two sides, there's the benefits, helping out the management
Sure.
with health and stuff. And then there's the just ensuring, the building, for instance.
Sure.
So we have people in our office who do specialize in certain, maybe a not-for-profit or something else that fits into that. So yeah, I would say that's a niche of Connor's, long story short.
You know what? And I'm going to jump in here one more. Yeah, I'm going to jump in here one more time. I know Nicole has a question for you, but Nicole's your leader of your group. Nicole, we didn't talk about this pre-show, but do you have any insights on what you know about Tony before you ask how the other question? I was just thinking you have asked no questions because I've been jumping on top of the questions all the time.
Well, that's okay. No,
And you know him
that's-
probably better than all of us, both of us do. So
Yeah.
So do you have any?
No, I enjoy networking with him. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of guests on our show, and guest speakers on our show in our meetings, and it's just it's really good. It's neat how just like how we relate to each other and like building the relationships. And
Well, I guess Tony's always really busy, but he's usually on the call, even if he's just got his name on the screen, right?
yes. Oh. Well, even like yesterday, it's a busy time, for everybody. And he had told us I'm here, I'm working on claims, but I'm here, and would jump in and interact and chat with us.
So in
really
that
cool.
respect, our networking on Zoom or virtually is actually not, you can multitask, but you're still present. I don't know if somebody out there is going to message me or, what are you telling people they should be multitasking while they're on Zoom meeting?
Never. We don't do
are
that,
all
no.
busy. We are all busy. And maybe, that's just something that, is an advantage. Although that's probably one of those Zoom meeting tactics that you don't want to be multitasking, right? So
yeah,
don't want to go there. Nicole, your turn.
My turn. Well, we are so thankful that you are with us here today, and I'm sure our viewers are wondering, how do we find Tony? How can we contact him? Can you share your contact info?
Absolutely. So I'm on LinkedIn, of course, under my name with Connor Insurance. And then usually just either LinkedIn or email or call me off my information. And then of course on the Connor website, I'm listed on there as well. I can provide my name or my number, my email.
Well, I was going to say, maybe what is your Connor website? If you want to.
Oh yeah, it's Connor, CONNERINS.com. So it's just Connor INS like insurance.com.
Awesome. And then
there's
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I would say that there's just a lovely picture of me from a couple years ago on there standing outside. So,
okay, ready? Let's Google it. No, I'm just kidding.
But he probably looks like he's 13 in that one.
I'm younger for sure in that one.
That is so awesome. And then also our TTR website, our TTRnetworking.com. Under Carmel Networking Partners and Tony Wilcox. So
yeah. Carmel Networking Partners. Well, and Tony, I wanted just one more time before we ask you the closings question, and I'm not sure. I think you can ask him that, Nicole, but I guess confirm, because I'm taking questions out of order. Tony, you said that Connor Insurance is all over the United States, right?
We have licenses in many states, yes.
A lot of them. So you can help people who are, somebody listens to this or sees it and they're in California. I'm just using that as an example. Likelihood is you could still help them, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think one of the only states we don't have a license for is like Alaska. So
okay. Well, that's
yeah, I always have at least one or two companies in every state, I believe. So yeah.
Wow, that's actually great to know. So Nicole, why don't you ask the final question?
Sorry. Goodbye. This is authentic. Can you please leave us with a final thought today?
Oh man, I thought about this for a little bit earlier today, and I was like, which way do I want to go with this one? But no, honestly, I just kind of wanted to relate it back to the networking group and everything and I honestly just thought the final thought is just when you're connecting with people, authentic is a great word. And I think good things will come. I don't think you really need anything more than that. And that's kind of how I feel about that. And for networking or life and personal, not like I'm filled with wisdom over here, but I do truly believe in that. So yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
something to think.
Yeah. He was, he's on the call yesterday with Nicole and he was saying, I'm doing claims, but I'm here. That's authentic, it could be. But what we all want is somebody who is completely authentic, no matter how old they are or how young they are, right? So, well, thank you. That's great. Close us up, Nicole.
Okay. Well, thank you again for being here. And I don't know if it was in the pre-show or during, but congratulations on expecting your first baby.
Oh.
Very exciting
Thank you.
to your wife
Thank
and you. And we would like to thank everyone for watching our show. Until next time, may all your days be filled with authenticity. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, guys.